Hi, and welcome to Fit Me to Fitness Podcast. In today's episode, I'm talking about power of not giving up, and I have a couple good stories. So episode should be amazing. I'm doing this alone, so hopefully you enjoy the episode. And before going into an episode, I want to thank you for all of those who have left 5-star reviews, written reviews in Spotify and Apple Podcast. Those are helping a lot. So if you enjoy, get some value from this podcast, I really appreciate all your help sharing these episodes and leaving those reviews. So thank you so much. And today's episode, I'm talking about that. What is the very common reason why you are actually not seeing results what you would like? So it's the hardest part, and it's not only in fitness; it's in life in general. So there is always something happening. You have a busy work, or if you have a family, if you have a kids, somebody is getting sick. There is something going on all the time, and you might feel like that it's just you, that you are not getting out of there. And but that is like, we all have our struggles, our busy life. Life have never been so busy. And what often happens is that then when you have that something is happening in life, you are like that, telling to yourself that fuck it, that's it, I can't do it. And when that is happening, you are like kind of putting yourself back to on mode, like it's because it makes kind of sense. We are so good to tell ourselves that what is actually that why I'm not able to do it. Like, my dad is in hospital, by the way, which is true. So if like my dad is in hospital, not in good shape, so if I would use that an excuse to not get my work done or get my workouts done, it's a valid excuse. And if you have a same kind of situation, somebody is sick, like, I understand that there is like it's at some point it doesn't make sense. It's a good, you need to have some mental break also. But for many times, when you start to use weather, it's a hot weather, like now here in Italy, it's very hot time. And for many people, it's that it's too hot, I can't get motivated. And then, you have busy weeks in life. You find always thousand things, thousand excuses if you want, why not do. And that is the reason why you are not seeing success. It's true in your fitness, but also any area in life. Because if you really think it, you are actually some of your habits. Like if you think that you are complaining that you can't lose weight, okay, that is maybe most of the people are able to lose weight. But if you are like that, you can't maintain lost weight, then why that is happening. If you are not seeing success in your work, if you are business owner, like I'm entrepreneur, it's you get what you deserve. You are that is it's you are reflection. You are some of your habits, and those are how consistent you are. Like what I love to use some examples, like if you think that because it's so easy to get tempted, especially nowadays with the social media. You see some transformations. I use example just in fitness, but it's true in any part of life, like marketing. And we are all you want to share only. Most of the people are sharing only their successes and not those struggles. Like it's sometimes good to share some struggles. Like, or have you seen some fitness coach sharing that look at this weight loss progress in 3 months, lost 2 kilos and changed some habits? What is actually more beneficial than making some that how fast you lost weight and how fast that progress was? Obviously, we all want to get fast results. I don't blame you wanting to get as fast as possible your results. And that's probably the reason why if you hire a coach, you want to get faster results. So you want to go from A to B as fast as possible, and their coach is very, very beneficial. But when that marketing is going like that, you are searching the fastest possible way human can lose weight, it leads that it's not going to be sustainable. And if you focus on small habits, those are the things what are not that you don't have to feel motivated to do them, but you are doing them anyways. And when they are starting to be your habits, that is something what is changing your life. And what I have learned a lot is Atomic Habits. So if you haven't read that book, I highly recommend to read it. So it's so good. It's explaining so well the power of habits and what it's not only in fitness, but in every area in life. So you might know it, but you learn so many things from that book. So, but what I wanted to actually talk today is about power of not giving up. And I'll share a couple of stories. First, I want to start with my own journey. I don't like to talk too much about myself. My goal is to always help you, but also obviously I have went through some things, especially when I was younger, and what happened, like I was if you don't know, I used to play ice hockey professionally. I was never like some top league player, but I made it that playing ice hockey was my profession, and I did it for over 10 years. So I got my living from ice hockey. I didn't make I'm not some millionaire or anything, but it was just enough to survive that time when I was playing. So, but when I was younger, I was not any talented. I didn't have any talent, or if I would say that I don't have in my family, there is not one person who have. I think most athletic guy was my grandfather, and he was like some in a school which had like a 50 people. He was third place in running. So that's the best achievement what from my family is like. My dad have never even walked in his life, and never done. I think he have sweat maybe 5 times, and that was like working or building something, but never from working out. And my mom is it's not she have got actually in late age, after 60, after 50, bit more active, but earlier she have never been like doing some too much sport either. So it doesn't mean I love them. They are the way how they are, amazing parents. But it's just that I don't have any. It's not, genetics are for sure not the best one. Like actually, whole family is overweight, having diabetes in family, all kind of cholesterol, heart issues. So you name it. There is many problems what is coming, but it's not the genetics. It's, if you are talking about fat loss, it's they are affecting, but you can do so much yourself. And maybe that is, for me, I see it as a good thing. It's for me motivation. But about how I made it to ice hockey, then I have never been most talented guy, but something I think I was one of the hardest working guys. Like I remember when I was, I think 14, 15, I started to track my workouts. Some coach told me to actually write down what you are doing, like writing down gym workouts, if I was playing tennis, doing some other sprints or whatever, what I needed to train for ice hockey. And I got so addicted for it. And it got already too much. Like obviously at that time, I didn't have that knowledge what I have now from working out about nutrition. So it was kind of, hard work. And I remember, I think my best week was over 2,000 minutes. So it's, if you put it on hours, on average, over 6 hours training per day. when I was like 15, 16. It was okay. There was a lot of stretching stuff like that too. And but playing 3 hours tennis, going to gym 2 hours, those were like kind of normal days, and that every single day. Maybe one day a bit less, but it was I was always, I was working so hard. I was working my ass off, and I was not. Was that was for me was when I saw that there was somebody who was better at me. I was making sure that that if I want to have what they were better than me. They were like some in junior national teams, but I decided that I want to work harder than they do, and that's what I did. It was not smarter. If I would know now, when I think back, that if I would work smarter, maybe I would make it even higher level with that attitude what I had. But it's not the, it's not the, it was not the. I don't regret anything. I did everything I could at that time, and that is what I try to do now. It's that when I look sometime back my life and what I have achieved, I don't want to say that I had that possibility, but I could not. I want to find my full potential, and that is what I'm trying to do with my social media, social content, and I try to be as consistent as possible. But obviously, older you get, I get also a little bit that I don't have to do anymore those things what I did. I'm okay by doing a bit less and a bit smarter, and that was, as a hockey player, was like a one thing what ended up like it was the worst thing what happened to me was I think I was 17, and I just got nominated, or 17 or 16, I'm not quite sure. I got just nominated for Finnish national team to preparing for world championships, and so it would be under 18 world championships, and that is like a big event with a lot of scouts from NHL. And what happened, I blocked a shot and broke my knee, or below, how to say, my leg anyway. So I'm not sure about in English word too, but whatever. But anyway, I broke my leg, and it was something like that. You could not see it from X-ray, but I saw it in other pictures, and it was, my leg was hurting like hell. I could not even walk, no chance. I was like that. That was the biggest disappointment in my career. Everything have went so well whole season, and chance to prove myself with the national team, go to play to Russia, some tournament with the top guys from whole world, and I could not go there. And at first I was like that was the end of the world. But how I actually used that time, I started to then I said I gotta do something. I can't train my legs. What can I do? And I decided I started to train my upper body, and I got fucking strong. I can't remember. I think it was 2 or 3 months I could not walk or train any of my legs or do anything. But I decided that time that I get as strong as possible from my core, from my upper body, what I can do. And okay, I missed the chance to be with the national team, with hockey team, but at the same time, I have never been that strong as I was with my upper body, and that later on, it was actually one of the best things. Like I was known with my slap shot. I won some. I was not the fastest guy never, but I was living with my slap shot, with my shot, and that everything started when I used that opportunity to build my strength in my upper body. So and learning how to do those things. So I used it. I saw it as an opportunity, and life happened to me. Okay, I never got chance to play national team again, and when I had, I was, or I think I had a one chance, but I was so bad. I was way too nervous, and that was it. I had a chance, didn't use it, and there are competition is so hard, so I never took it. So, but that is like in everything in life, you get what you deserve in the long term, and it's in a sports. It's some of many things. It's a lot of with luck. If you are top, you will make it always. But if there is same level guys at the same level. It's a lot of with the luck also, but that was I don't regret anything, and I worked as hard as I could, and if I look now back, I played 10 years professionally, met my current wife, and met amazing people, got to live in different countries, different cities, play with amazing guys, have lifelong friends. So I'm so thankful for everything, and to have that opportunity. So it all ended up well, and but it's just an example of my own example how you can, if you don't give up and you see those things when they happen in life as an opportunity, like even at the moment, for sure you are disappointed, but if you see it as an opportunity, that's the way when you start to actually see success in your life. And it was the same thing with CJ. I had a podcast episode with CJ, so you can check it. CJ won my free online coaching in January, and she was also started so well, and and then when you start finally to feel better, see results, then something happens. And in CJ's case, she got in serious car accident. So it was not, she was still okay. She hurt shoulder, could not work out for several weeks, and nutrition, everything. And that was the time when she said that normally she would quit, and said that, okay, this is life is happening to me, and I can't, there's nothing I can do. And we talked. She started to take action, what she could do. So if she could still walk, she was putting priority for walking. She was able to do some exercises with some machines where you don't use those shoulders. So there was always something, and it's not about that what at some points it's smarter to rest, but it's always think that what can I do, and not think that what you can't do. So in her case, long story short, she ended up now after it's 6 7 months, 6 months from that accident, she have completely changed her life. She have lost 25 30 pounds in short period of time. Got like her biggest goal was to get children. She was too obese to not get, they didn't want to get started with the fertility treatment with her. And now after she have had success with the weight loss and sustainable weight loss this time, she got permission. And now basically I just can't wait that this whole story is ending up well, like and that they finally get their baby. It's, and those kind of things, these are what are my motivation, what I love to hear, and how you can actually change somebody's life. And I'm so thankful for that opportunity. And like I said, CJ was she won free coaching, and it's not a of course, like for me, I do this coaching, you need to get your income, like it's my job. I have to pay, I have my bills, I have food to buy, I have things what I like, electricity, gas, car, everything, like and that is, I'm lucky enough to get that from what I love. But if I have that kind of success stories like CJ, this, it's not that there is no price tag how much it is, and it's I'm here to help, and hopefully you get that through. And but that is just an amazing example what can happen when you don't give up. And now other story, it's Adela. It's a funny, she actually won also free coaching in July, and now same thing happened, something happened in life. And that's why that was the actually motivation where I got the idea to talk what I'm talking today. She sent me, we were talking, like she had COVID, was could not, and pretty bad, like could not do almost anything for a couple of weeks. Then after that, at the same time, almost like kind of lost a job, and like life was really sucks. Like she had a many good. She have started well, amazing, but then that something happened. COVID could not work out. I lost the job, and today morning she wrote me that now there is some. She have focused past weeks on just for walking, getting some sunlight, and what makes her feel well. And today morning she wrote that thank you. That otherwise she earlier, if she's honest, she would quit and not put any priority for her own health. And now at this time was different. And obviously I can't know what will happen in future, but these are usually turning points. When you face some problems, you feel like that this is the hardest thing what have ever happened to you in your life. And in those days when you are not trying to be perfect, but aiming to do always something. And it's not to be that you have to be perfect, because that is especially with the fitness. So many of us think that if I miss 1 week of workouts, or I eat like a shit for a week or two, that's it. You step on the scale, and you might see that you have gained some weight, obviously, because you were just simply eating more foods, and you think that you have ruined everything. But that is not true. It's if you are really thinking how everything is going, and if you are really honest for yourself, look what if you remember that you had a perfect week, you hit all your workouts, you hit your healthy breakfast, you were eating healthy for a week, you did not see the best possible results. You made progress, little bit progress. But when it happens, when it's opposite, you feel like that you have ruined everything, that there's no point even keep going. And those are moments, because that will happen to everybody. And the only difference actually between successful, who are those people who are actually able to keep that success and keep lost weight off, is that everybody's going off track. But the difference is that ability of how fast you are getting back on track, because it's all about consistency. And that is what I can't wait that where the journey is going with Adela, because it was the first time she did not quit. She kept going. And these are situations where that coach can be beneficial. I'm also so stubborn with everything, like what I do. I don't, maybe it's something what I have learned from my dad. He have never asked help. And my grandfather is exactly same. And I talk a lot with my grandfather, and he says that is, he knows where is that coming from. And I'm exactly same, but it doesn't mean that this is inside of me what I'm naturally, but I try to change it. I try to starting to ask more help, and learning from others. Like if I look now, it was in the beginning, it was really hard to ask help from me. If you are a kind of like I am, do by yourself everything. It's not that I could do many things, like plan my social media, plan for write my everything. If you edit my videos, do everything. I'm able to do it, but it's not. I can't do everything. If I want to get another level, I can't do everything. I have to outsource. Because that what I'm when I have my workout programs, I want to have a coach who is helping me, or I get that. I don't want to think what I'm doing for myself. I rather get those workouts from somebody who actually knows what they are doing. And I work out, I have a plan, I know exactly what to do, so I don't waste some time to create workout programs or nutrition wise, or business wise. When I have somebody to who I trust, and who keeps me accountable, that I actually do those things. Because it's not, the problem is that you don't know what to do. It's that there are two things what I have recognized in myself, and maybe you are same. So if you know what to do, but then there are too many things what you know that you should be doing, and it's getting overwhelming, you end up doing nothing. And other thing is that if you try to focus too many things at the same time, it's getting overwhelming, and that is killing everything. If it's overwhelming, you end up doing nothing. So that's why keep things simple, and understanding that its focus is now only for less you focus now, lesser things, and you can always then later on focus for a month, for two, for those things, next 2 months for something else. And your health should be pretty high priority in some points. Like that was for me best decision what I made in the last year, was that I put my own health higher priority. Like I'm pretty active, I've always been, but really that strength training, what I was putting it off. Like I didn't do it when I was playing professionally. I did it a lot. Then kind of I didn't want to do. I felt like that now finally I don't have to do it anymore. So I had almost 10 years that I didn't do it, and now when I started like 15 months ago, that was the best decision. I didn't start to work out 5 times a week, but I decided that it's going to be 2 times a week no matter what, and started with 2 times a week, 30 45 minutes depending on weeks. And now, yeah, that I have been 15 months staying consistent, and now it's 2 times, maybe now it have been 3 times a week, some weeks even 4 times, but mostly 3 times. So it's not more. You don't need more. I don't need. I don't need to. Older I get, I don't need to deadlift 400 kilos. I don't need to bench press 200. I don't care. I do it for my health. I do it that how I feel. I don't have some aesthetic goals, but when you get stronger, it's not that I don't enjoy it. Not every time, but I love the feeling, how it makes me feel when you feel that you are strong. And obviously those are kind of side effects, then that your body looks also better. And the best thing is that that you feel it on your everyday life. Like what I have like clients, that they are able to carry their water or grocery stores, like that, you can carry some things, get up from bed without rolling out from bed. So you can use your apps, or somebody for doing some lunches or something, like picking up some stuff, having better balance, not failing too much. For older people, those are like, they are so valuable things what you all get from it, that you probably even don't know. And it's not that strength training it's just so beneficial in many ways. There are even studies all the time coming out, but that's not the point of this. It was just my explanation. I just love to always talk maybe a bit too much, so, but hopefully you forgive me. But then what I wanted to touch a little bit is that what to do when you think that there is something happening, and especially if you are kind of perfectionist. Like what I like to be is that if it's either all in or nothing, and changing that mindset, how you can actually do it. So I don't know if you have seen, I wrote an article 2019 in November, why the short break is ruining your health and fitness. So it's not that short break, it's not that magical solution what you think, that you start when situation is better, when, for example, weather is better, weather is not so hot, when that gets out of hospital, when after holidays, because there is always something what you can do. And it's all about, first of all, to learn to keep those promises what you make for yourself. And if you can't keep promises what you make for yourself, make those promises so small that you are able to do it. Because what happens in our mind, even if you don't realize it, if you are not keeping promises what you make for yourself, that's the first step to be consistent. Make it so small that you can do it. It's all about how do you build better relationship with food, how to do it, like and seeing that even small improvements are improvements. Like I talked with one of my coaching clients, Skylar, It was yesterday. She was pinching, and her problem is that she was eating like over 1,000 calories from some junk food what she knew that she should not eat, but it was happening. And I was thinking that what you could be doing like that, because if you it's it in a diet, if you tell to yourself that I'm not allowed to eat anything or any chocolate or any whatever your favorite foods, you cut them completely out, and that is the worst thing. It's you need to restrict something, yes, but if you cut them completely out, and like in this Skylar situation, what we did is that I said that first, like if you say that, what is that 80-20 rule? So what it means that 20% should be foods what you actually enjoy, which are not so healthy, so nutritious, like pizzas, burgers. And if it's, let's say, I use an example, if your goal is to eat 2,000 calories per day, 20% would mean that it's 400 calories every single day. You can divide it how you want, but it should be giving that freedom for yourself to eat whatever you want. And when you do it, it's giving you that relief that you can actually do it. It's okay. And like in Skylar, if she was eating 1,000, it's the first step. You don't have to. That is the advanced form of nutrition. When you get that 20%, if you are now 50%, let's try to get you 35. So aim to eat, you have to eat 600 calories, not 1,000. You don't end up pinching, but 600. You have a lot of freedom. Stick with that plan for week 2, 3, however you need. And after that, try to reduce it for 400, for 300, whatever your goal is, but step by step. And that is what I love to use when creating a better relationship with food, for example, that it's not it's just there are so many strategies, but how you can, what is there, what you can do in nutrition. I show you if you can find it from my blog, that whole article. I'm not going to read it now through, but think it like your nutritional efforts from 1 to 10. So if that level 10, that would be that you are following a strict meal plan, like you are going to be some competition, you are eating from Tupperware, and all meals are prepared by some specialist, and you are eating very slow, and that is like 10, if that would be, but that is like where most of the people are never even close and don't have to be. And number one would be, if it's level 1, would be that you are replacing one meal with less processed one. So you see that if you are eating only processed food, it would be to change one with less processed. It's not meaning that you would have to switch whole meal, but with a little bit less. Level 2 could be, for example, adding one salad, eating one salad per day, if it's in lunch or something, and there are so many, like level 3 is to try one new healthy recipe per week. 4 would be sitting at the table at most meals, not every meal, but at most meals. And level 5 would be to eat protein at every meal. And level 6 could be protein and fruit or veggies at most meals. So those are, like, you get the idea that there is always something. If you, what I love in this chart, what I made, is that I try to be maybe level 6, level 7. That would be 7 would be maybe ideal. Where I am is maybe 5, 6 most of the times. And when I know that I'm not in my routine, I get out from home, I'm in vacation, I go for level 2, level 1, and that's okay. But there is always something, when you have the plan that now you know that you are in vacation, you will have a busy week ahead of you. What is the simplest thing you can do also this week to not lose progress, and not think that it have to be perfect to get better results? And it's same thing with the workouts. So if it's I would just say a couple examples. Level 1 would be to park further, to walk more. And level 2 would be to take stairs instead of elevator. Level 3 would be 5 to 10 minute workout 3 times a week. So you get at least half an hour, some kind of workout. Then level 4, challenging workout 3 times a week. Level 5, 30-minute workout 3 times a week plus 15-minute walking every day. And that is also something like, because we think most people think that if it's not if you can't work out 5 times a week or 4 times a week, it's not worth of doing anything. But like you see from these examples, that you can always reduce your efforts instead of going all in or nothing, but just make sure that what you are promising. That's why I love to ask from my clients, what are your non-negotiable goals for this week? What are you going to do? And that is something, when you set kind of plans for every single week, keep some journal, do what you want to do, and that is where you start to see success, and it keeps you stay consistent. And even when you are taking imperfect action, that's the way what you start to, when you start to actually see results in long term, and you will be able to maintain your results. So not aiming to be perfect, because you should also be able to enjoy life and have a good time, because we are here short time, and if you want or not, all of us will die at some day. But more you are able to enjoy, take action on days when you think, especially when you don't feel like it. And because this is the best example is that because what is usually why we are not doing those things what we promise to ourselves. What I love to use this example, what I learned from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. They are amazing teachers. They said, think that you would have that you are going to die, or you are in your last bed where you are when you are very old, and then there is coming God, you are going to heaven, and God is showing you, taking the iPad iPhone out and showing a film from your life, and you are seeing that what decisions you made, what happened to you, and then that other film would be that what your life could have been if you would not be scared to take action. You wouldn't have that fear. You would make better decisions like, not because you will make always mistakes, but it's how you will learn them. And because if you are in situation, you know that you should be doing something now, but you are on hands that I don't know, should I do it? It's okay to be fear, but what helps you is to start taking action today and work on that dream. Because if you are facing those fears, think that what is the worst thing that could happen? What is the worst thing? Is it only in your head, or is it really like, is it true, like that there could something happen? Like, what is the worst thing what you could be doing? And if you can live with that worst possible solution, go for it, do it, and not try to be perfect. That is the biggest lesson. Aim always for something. Be kind for yourself and treat yourself like that you would treat your best friend. But but work hard, and do not give up when things are getting hard, when things are getting busy. Have always something. What is the smallest thing you can do? Because your health, there is no better investment than your health. You can get all money what you want, if that money and work is not giving you your health back. Like, who said it? Somebody said it very well, that if there is even wealthiest people in the world, if they don't have their health, they would pay every penny what they have to get their health back. But it could be that it's in that point, it's already too late. So don't underestimate your health and make your health priority. So that was a lot of talking. I think it's better to quit now, so otherwise it's going to be too much. But thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate this, and sometimes I like to talk. I need to talk these things for myself to put them loud. And if at the same time, if I can help you and give you some, not too many, but if it's even one, two actionable ideas, what you could be doing to improve your life, that's what makes me happy. And if you have any questions, you have some topic ideas, because I love to answer your questions, DM me in my Instagram with that what you would, or send me email turo@fitmituro.com, and I love to talk those kind of things. What you if you have some suggestions, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all those support and messages what I have got. So really appreciate them all. So thank you for listening, and have a great day.